Listen to Learn podcast.
Welcome to the Listen to Learn podcast, proudly brought to you by English Practice Insider. This is your safe space to listen, learn, repeat, and improve your English one step at a time at your own comfortable pace. Today, we are diving deep into one of the most essential skills in the English language: how to introduce yourself. Think about it. Every new relationship, every new friendship, every job interview, and every casual conversation starts with an introduction. When you can introduce yourself clearly and confidently, you open doors to the world. If you are a complete beginner, do not feel nervous. You do not need thousands of vocabulary words to speak about yourself. You only need a few simple structures, and today we will master them together. We have designed this special masterclass specifically for listening and speaking practice. We will break everything down into simple steps. We will explore variations, understand when to use them, and most importantly, we will pause frequently so you can speak out loud. Please find a quiet place. Sit back, relax, breathe deeply, and let us begin our journey. The power of greetings. Every great conversation begins with a greeting. A greeting is simply the first word or phrase you say when you meet someone. It shows that you are polite, friendly, and ready to talk. In English, greetings are divided into two main categories: formal greetings and informal greetings. It is very important to know the difference so you can use the right words in the right situation. Let us start with formal greetings. We use formal greetings with people we do not know well, with older people, or in professional environments like an office, a business meeting, a job interview, or a classroom. Listen carefully to the formal greetings, notice the pronunciation, and repeat after each one during the pause. Good morning. Good morning. We say good morning from the time we wake up until 12 o'clock noon. Let us try it one more time. Good morning. Next is the afternoon greeting. We use this from 12 o'clock noon until around 5 or 6 o'clock in the evening. Good afternoon. Good afternoon. Now, let us practice the evening greeting. We use this from 6 o'clock in the evening until the end of the night. Please note, we do not say good night when we meet someone. Good night is only for saying goodbye. When we meet someone at night, we always say good evening. Good evening. And finally, the most universal, safe, and respectful formal greeting of all. Hello. Hello. Now, let us switch to informal greetings. We use informal greetings with our friends, our family, colleagues of the same age, or in very casual, relaxed situations like a party or a coffee shop. Listen and repeat. Hi. Hey. There is also a very common casual phrase used to ask how someone is doing, often used among younger people or close friends. What's up? When someone says, "What's up?" to you, a simple answer is, "Not much," or "Just relaxing." Now, right after you greet someone for the very first time, it is highly polite to add a small phrase of courtesy. For formal situations, we say, "It is a pleasure to meet you." Or a slightly shorter version, "Nice to meet you." For informal situations, you can simply say, "Good to meet you." An interactive drill. I am going to say an informal greeting, and you respond with an informal greeting and "Nice to meet you." Ready? Hey there. Excellent. Now let us try a formal one. I will greet you, and you respond formally. Ready? Good morning. It is a pleasure to meet you. Perfectly done. You have mastered the opening. Asking and telling names. Now that we have covered greetings, let us move to the next natural step, exchanging names. Knowing how to say your name clearly and how to ask for someone else's name is the foundation of any connection. In English, this is very straightforward, but there are a few cultural details about first names and last names that are helpful to know. Let us start with the most common way to state your name. Listen and repeat. My name is John. My name is John. Notice the contraction, which is very common in spoken English. My name is becomes my name's. Let us practice that. My name's John. My name's John. Another very natural and common way to introduce yourself, especially in a more casual setting or when arriving at a meeting, is simply using I am or the contraction I'm. Listen and repeat. I am John. I'm John. Now, how do you ask for the other person's name? The standard polite question is, what is your name? What is your name? The spoken version with a contraction, what's your name? What's your name? In English-speaking countries, people usually have a first name, a middle name, and a last name. The last name is also called the surname or family name. For example, in the name John Robert Smith, John is the first name, Robert is the middle name, and Smith is the last name or surname. In casual daily life, people will almost always introduce themselves using just their first name. In formal business situations, they might use both their first and last name, like, "Hello, I'm John Smith." If you did not hear or understand someone's name clearly, do not worry. It is completely normal and polite to ask them to repeat it. You can say, "Pardon me?" Or, a bit more formally, "Could you please repeat your name?" Could you please repeat your name? Let us do a quick practice drill. I will ask you your name, and you respond using I'm followed by your actual name. Ready? Hi there, I'm Mark. What's your name? Fantastic. It is a pleasure to meet you. Sharing your origin and location. After exchanging names, the conversation usually flows into where you are from. This is a fantastic topic because it helps people learn about your background, culture, and journey. There are two primary structures we use to talk about our origin. The first and most common structure is I am from, followed by your country or city. Listen and repeat. I am from Japan. I'm from Japan. Let us try another example. I am from Brazil. I'm from Brazil. The second structure uses the verb come. I come from, followed by your country or city. This sounds slightly more formal but is very beautiful and common. Listen and repeat. I come from Italy. I come from Italy. Now, what if you were born in one country, but you live in another country right now? This is very common in our global world. You can connect these two ideas using the word but. For example, I am from South Korea, but I live in Canada. I am from South Korea, but I live in Canada. Let us practice that structure again. Imagine you are from Spain, but you live in London. I'm from Spain, but I live in London. To ask someone about their origin, the most standard and friendly question is, where are you from? Where are you from? Another variation you might hear is, where do you come from? Where do you come from? If you want to ask about where they live right now, you ask, where do you live? Where do you live? Let us practice. I will ask you where you are from. You respond with your real country. Ready? So, tell me, where are you from? Wonderful. It is amazing to meet people from all over the world. Age and birthdays. Talking about age can sometimes feel sensitive, but in an educational or introductory context, it is a basic structure you need to know. In English, there is one very important rule to remember. We do not use the verb to have for age. In some languages, you say, I have 20 years. But in English, we always use the verb to be. We say, I am 20 years old. Listen and repeat the correct structure. I am 25 years old. I am 25 years old. In natural spoken English, we often drop the words years old and just say the number. This is very common and sounds completely natural. Listen and repeat. I'm 25. I'm 25. To ask someone about their age, the question is, how old are you? How old are you? Let us talk about your birthday. If you want to share the specific date you were born, you use the preposition on, followed by the month and the ordinal number. For example, my birthday is on March 15th. My birthday is on March 15th. If you only want to mention the month, you use the preposition in. For example, my birthday is in June. My birthday is in June. Let us practice. I will ask you your age. You can answer with your real age or any number you like. Remember to just use the number or I'm years old. Ready? How old are you? Perfectly stated. Profession and occupation. Next, let us talk about what you do. Your profession, occupation, or status as a student is a major part of your identity and a great conversation starter. To state your job, the basic structure is I am a or I am an, followed by your job title. Remember, we use a before consonant sounds and an before vowel sounds. Listen and repeat. I am a teacher. I'm a teacher. Now let us try one with a vowel sound. I am an engineer. I'm an engineer. Let us practice a few common occupations. Listen and repeat after each one. I'm a student. I'm a manager. I'm a designer. I'm a doctor. I'm an accountant. If you are currently looking for a job, you can say, I am currently looking for a job, or I am between jobs at the moment. If you are retired, you can say, I am retired. To ask someone about their occupation, the most common question is not, what is your job? Instead, native speakers usually ask, what do you do? Or a slightly longer version, what do you do for a living? What do you do for a living? Let us practice. I will ask you what you do. You respond with your profession, or you can say, I'm a student. Ready? What do you do for a living? Excellent. Work and study take up a lot of our time, and it is always interesting to hear what people do. Hobbies and personal interests. Now we reach the fun part of an introduction, hobbies and interests. This is where your personality truly shines. Talking about what you love to do in your free time helps you find common ground with others. The most basic and clear structure is I like or I love, followed by an action ending in -ing or a noun. Listen and repeat. I like reading books. I like reading books. Let us try another one. I love cooking. I love cooking. Here are a few common hobbies. Listen and repeat. I like playing football. I love listening to music. I like watching movies. I love traveling to new places. I like learning new languages. If you want to sound a bit more advanced and natural, you can use the phrase, in my free time, I listen and repeat. In my free time, I enjoy swimming. In my free time, I enjoy swimming. Another beautiful idiom is I am into, which means you are very interested in something. Listen and repeat. I am really into photography. I'm really into photography. Their hobbies, you can ask, what are your hobbies? What are your hobbies? Or, more naturally in conversation, what do you like to do in your free time? What do you like to do in your free time? Let us do our drill. I will ask you about your free time and you tell me one thing you like to do. Ready? What do you enjoy doing in your free time? That sounds wonderful. Hobbies make our lives rich and interesting. Putting it all together and conclusion. Congratulations! You have mastered all the individual blocks of a great introduction. You have learned greetings, names, origins, age, occupations, and hobbies. Now, the final step of our masterclass is to put all these pieces together into one smooth, continuous presentation. I am going to show you an example of a complete introduction. Listen to how the pieces flow together naturally. Good morning. My name is Anna. I am 28 years old and I come from Germany, but I currently live in New York. I am a graphic designer, and in my free time, I love running and listening to podcasts. It is a pleasure to meet you all. See how simple and beautiful that is? Now, it is your turn. This is the grand finale of our lesson. I am going to give you a long pause. I want you to introduce yourself using all the steps we practiced today. Say hello, state your name, your origin, your age, your job, and your hobby. Do not be nervous. Speak clearly and out loud. Your time starts now. Brilliant! That was absolutely beautiful. You spoke clearly, you used the correct structures, and you introduced yourself to the world in English. You should be incredibly proud of yourself. Remember, language learning is a journey built on small, consistent steps. Today, you have made massive progress. Keep practicing, keep listening, and never be afraid to speak. Thank you for joining the Listen to Learn podcast today, brought to you by English Practice Insider. Until next time, keep practicing, stay confident, and goodbye.
English Practice Insider. Fearless English, powerful future.